Hi, I'm Mark from eReplacementParts.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the motor assembly on a Black and Decker CST1200 string trimmer. Now I'll remove the guard assembly. It's held in place with a single screw and a couple of plastic tabs. To remove the edge guide, I'll pry it back with a screwdriver. And then pull it away from the trimmer. Now I'll split the two sides of the motor housing. It's secured with a series of screws. I'll use a screwdriver to help split the two halves of the motor housing. Now I'll remove the motor and spindle shaft assembly from the housing and disconnect it from the wiring harness. It's connected to the wiring harness with a couple of small metal clips. I just use some needle nose pliers to pry those back. You can reuse these clips later, or the method I prefer is to solder this back together. We'll show you how to do that in a minute. Now I'll remove the spindle shaft assembly from the motor assembly. There's a retaining ring at the top of the spindle shaft assembly that I'll remove first. Then I'll pull the bushing and washer off of the spindle shaft and slide the motor assembly away from the spindle shaft. Now I'll replace the motor assembly onto the spindle shaft assembly. Replace the bushing, the washer, and secure it with the retaining ring. Now I'll reattach the wiring harness to the motor assembly. Like I mentioned before, I like to solder this back on. So I'll put a little flux on the end of each wire. Insert the wires through the eyelets on the motor. And then use the soldering iron to secure them. Now I'll replace the motor and spindle shaft assembly back into the housing. I'll line up the tube assembly with the back side of the housing, and I need to pull this spring back so it clears the tabs on the housing. Like that. Now replace the other half of the motor assembly and secure it with the screws. Now replace the edge guide. Now replace the guard assembly. and secure it with the screw. And that's all it takes to install a new motor assembly on your Black and Decker CST1200 string trimmer. This is a simple repair that you can easily do yourself. We hope you found this video helpful. Please feel free to leave a comment or ask us a question.